Honestly, this is what a whole lot of Nigerians, most Nigerians have come to realize that the North, they are very, very much okay with all this banditry, the terrorism that we are faced with in this country. They are so cool. It is evident. We can all see it. But they are not okay. The only thing they detest, they hate so much is when somebody comes and say, let there be break up, let us go a separate way. Let there be disintegration. They hate it with passion. And that is why they are always telling you that releasing Nnamdi Kanu is more dangerous. But atrocities being committed here and there by their so-called people are not something that they think about, or is, it's not of something that they will be bothered about. Recently, Aisha Yusufu has called on Buhari that you leave where you're supposed to deploy Nigeria police and army to deploying army to southeast. And some people are telling us that oh, as a result of deploying these security agents to the southeast, this issue of unknown gunmen and what have you has really stopped. There is relative peace in southeast. This whole thing started this year, which the people they have been accusing have come out to deny it totally, that they know nothing about it. And the question is that if they have such, or if he has such powers, or he has that knowledge of deploying security men to southeast, and to them they have been able to achieve, then what is not delaying the peace, for peace to be restored in the north? Like I said in one of my videos, Buhari came on the mantra of, oh, to fight security, to bring about change. So it's not as if he just started. That was one of the reasons why he came on board, that he was allowed to come in. People said, okay, if we are clamoring for this change, since he can bring about the change, and people believe that being a retired general or whatever, that he will have more knowledge about it. 6 years down the line, nothing has been done, and somebody's making us to believe that the deployment of security men to southeast has brought peace. Damn, the people must be joking. And that is why you hear majority of the northerners, they don't talk about this banditry so much. They don't talk about it. And that is why you see that the narratives have changed from the southern parts of the country. Unlike before, they used to cry more than they believe. Oh, hey, see what is happening. See what is this, what is that. But as soon as the southerners realize that these guys are not interested, they are not even bothered, you are the ones crying for the misfortune coming to them. You are the ones bothered, they are not bothered. They see it as a normal thing, the way of life. That is how God has destined it to be. That is how they see it. They see it that way. So when it comes to terrorism, to come to banditry, they don't care. They don't care so much. Recently, the governor of Niger State has come out crying that the ISWAP said they want to establish caliphate, saying that God sent them. It is the God's message from them. They are crying. And sometime this year, when these people crept into Niger State, people are like, what is the difference? What is the distance between Niger State and Abuja? They are already there. How many years down the line, how many months down the line? And you could remember vividly this year, it is this year when this governor cried out and said these guys have taken charge of some communities, some areas in the state. And do you know what happened? Until today, they kidnapped a lot of people. It was in that process they took a lot of people's wives and they begin to marry them off to their people. See, today, ask me whether the government did anything, whether the Buhari himself deployed troops to those areas. When the governor came out and cried out, ask me whether they didn't say anything till today. Nothing was being said. After the man made that noise, shouted here and there, created awareness, raised alarm, till today, believe you me, they didn't say a word. The presidency never said a word. Everybody was talking, oh, see the distance. There's no, they've already crept. If they could live all the way from Borno, all of those areas, and came to, what is it called? Niger State, then what is now left? They've been going batch by batch, like all in the name of S-men, going entering the whole southern part of the country gradually. Now they want to establish caliphate in that place. Since then, when the governor of that state raised an alarm that they have come, they've taken over, we didn't hear anything. Till today, a lot of people were kidnapped. Till today, nothing of such. And those guys, those victims are still in the den of all these people. Have you ever seen when this Arewa group come out to cry out, or the Northern Coalition, whatever they call them, or the Northern Elders, whatever? Have you ever seen them coming out to raise an alarm concerning that? The only thing they are interested in Nnamdi Kanu, in the disintegration, they don't want it at all. But they are cool when it comes to what is it called, banditry. They are cool. They are not even too bothered about it. But just talk about restructuring. They don't even want to hear it. They don't want to hear it at all. They don't want to hear it at all. They don't want to hear it. What a country. What a country. And you see all of them, they are flooded social media. You dare not say anything about it. Once it comes to the issue of banditry and terrorism, well, they will just give you gap. They won't say anything. They won't, instead of them to even condemn it, they won't say anything. You just say that they won't say this. Some of them that are bold will still tell you that so what is so special about it? What is wrong with that? But majority of them, when it comes to this issue of a banditry, SME and what have you, they go away. But bring about an IPOB, oh my goodness, they will come out like bees, like flies, all over the place. So they are comfortable with it. They are so much relaxed with banditry and Boko Haram and ISWAP. They are so much relaxed about it. What kind of hypocrisy is this? How many months down the line, when the governor of Niger State cried out that these guys have taken over this whole thing, did they say anything? They didn't do anything. I'm even surprised. We have a multiple and layers of problems in this country. So the more this one comes, you talk about it. Before you could say Jack Robinson, another one has come. You've forgotten that one. And that is one of the reasons why these guys are getting away with all this whole thing. So we don't need a soothsayer to tell us what is happening, what is obtainable as we speak. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this. Thank you.